Lads, welcome to my journey. The reason why I'm making this video today is that I want to show you no matter where you are with your physique right now, it doesn't matter. As long as you have the hunger and the mindset to go out there and achieve it, anything is possible. You can achieve that dream physique that you're after. My journey has been an absolute roller coaster. You're about to find out right now. I have been skinny. I have been extremely overweight. I have been shredded. And guess what? I've even lost it all and gained it back again. So we're going to dive straight into it right now. 15 years old. Got his nice curly hair, his braces, and as you can see, extremely skinny. Guys, I was a huge sportsman. I absolutely loved running. I loved football, and I played a bit of rugby for school. But I was huge on just performing my best. I just wanted to be the best sportsman possible. My mindset was great. For a 15-year-old, I was a leader. I was a very good captain for my team. But on the physical side, I probably wasn't a very good player. I was very small and skinny, and compared to other lads my age, especially ones that I'm competing against, I hit puberty extremely late. I know lads that hit puberty at like 12, 13. They were 6'2", 15, 16 stone. And you can imagine that those guys just ran straight through me, and there was absolutely no chance for me. So building more muscle for me was like the be all and end all. I wanted to perform well, so I needed to grow some muscle. But we had an injury. As I said, there was no way I could compete. I broke my arm in two places and was out for around 6 months. This was the beginning, that I always say, this was the beginning of my interest in building muscle. When I came back from injury, obviously, I came back and I was very unfit. I was even skinnier than before, and I got kicked off the team because I wasn't good enough, because I wasn't fit enough, and I was definitely not physical enough, as proven from my recent injury. So the comeback was on for me. I realised that, right, I can either sit back and cry about not being in the team, or I can man the fuck up at the age of 16 years old and realise that it's up to me. The reason why I'm not in the team is down to me anyway. It's not anyone's fault. It's not the coach's fault. It's my fault. I need to put on some size. So we started researching religiously on how to gain more muscle. And I think it is fair to say we made some decent muscle. If you compare it to the 15-year-old there, 2 years down the line, obviously hit a bit of puberty, started to fill out the frame a little bit more, but yeah, a little bit of muscle there. But we started taking gym a bit more seriously. I got to around, I'd say 6 foot here, and yeah, we started seeing decent progress. I got back into the rugby team. I remember coming back after a long summer break. I was grinding throughout the whole of summer, and my coach actually said to me, he was like, "Wow, James, you can clearly see you putting the work. You've grown up a lot as well." So that was really big for me. And what was big for me as well is that I didn't want to be like 18 years old, an adult essentially, and have the frame that I still had. So I knew I needed to make a real change. But the one thing for me that let me down when I was 17 years old is that I still had that gym anxiety kind of thing where I was comparing myself to other lads in the gym. So I felt too skinny to be in the gym. It was very stupid thinking back on it now. So I'd only train with my friends. So the consistency side of things wasn't really there. Fast forward to 18 years old, this was the downfall for me. This is when my life actually took a very low point. I quit playing sports completely. My football team stops at the age of like 17, and then obviously you have to choose whether to go to open age group. But I didn't. I just quit football completely. And then obviously I left school as well. So I wasn't playing any sports whatsoever. I started making a little bit of progress. As you can see, we've put on a little bit of size, started to fill out the frame, maybe a little bit of chest, but started carrying a lot more body fat. The reason being is because, yes, I was still focused in the gym, but I was too focused about partying. I was too focused on my social life, around girls. And this was me for around 2 to 3 years. And you're going to see a continuous cycle of going down and down and down, especially from a physique standpoint. But from a mental standpoint, yeah, I was at one of the lowest of my lows, and I was for years. So I'd say my physique there was around, let's call it like a skinny fat kind of physique. 19 years old, as you can see here, the damage has been done. The damage is getting severely worse. Making poor decisions, habits became toxic, from drinking at weekends to even drinking throughout the week. And this obviously led me to be extremely depressed and angry and lacking a lot of confidence. So that was an absolute state. Then later down the line, still 19 years old, I booked a holiday to Ibiza with the boys. And I was like, fuck, like, I'm not in shape whatsoever. Like, Ibiza has this big stereotype around everyone being in shape. And yeah, there are a lot of people in shape there. But I was like, fuck, like, I can't be this big, cool guy with my top off because I'm not a cool guy with my top off. So that was a big confidence killer for me. And I never took my top off around the pool. Obviously, my top is off now, but that was after a few drinks. My top would obviously fly off because I didn't care. But as soon as as soon as I saw some guy that was ripped up with all the girls, then that would absolutely break my heart. So I remember before this holiday for about a good month, I just starved myself. So yeah, as you can see from there to there, I did lose a lot of body fat, but I also lost a lot of muscle. I didn't have any definition whatsoever, and yeah, carried on with these shitty bad habits. And the gym was absolutely non-existent. So 19 years old, non-existent. Then later, after that holiday, from around September to December, I started training hard. I started training real hard because it woke me up. That holiday woke me up. But I started eating so much more. If you look at that guy now, say if that guy was a client of mine, I would say that he needs to lose body fat. He needs to go for like a big cleanup phase, get his body nice and prepped for him then to go into a lean building muscle stage. Whereas me, what I did was basically go on a dirty bulk. I just wanted to put on more size. So from the age of 15 to 19, I was still chasing this goal of putting on so much size because obviously I'd never made the significant progress that I could have made. So instead, my mindset was just like, I'm going to do a dirty bulk, which dirty bulking is the worst thing possible. It's the worst thing you guys can do. And my bad habits were still there. I was still drinking, still partying, but obviously I was eating more and training hard. So yeah, we put on some size, but let's be honest, let's be real. The majority of that size was all body fat, but social life was a priority for me. I actually got a really good job at this time. I was working in a recruitment firm in Leeds. So the social life for me there was going out for work, drinks, things like that. And that was my main priority. So this took a huge toll. 20 years old. Wow. Wow. That guy, he's put a bit of fucking size. That guy's so different. If you compare 15-year-old, 17-year-old James, decent, pretty boy, to 3 years later, Jesus fucking Christ. Honestly. We were still training. We were still training really hard, but the dirty bulk got the better of me. The dirty bulk that you get told to trust the process in is a load of shit, and I learned that the hard way. I was an absolute mess. Awful skin. My face was so fat, as you can see there. I'm smiling and my cheeks are bursting out my face. And I was 110 kg. Wow, 110 kg, 17 stone. So I was around 6'3", 110 kg at the age of 20 years old. So yeah, I was a beast. I was lifting heavy weights. My performance in the gym was pretty good, but did I look like shit? Yeah. Was I satisfied? Absolutely not. So I realized that 5 years of training, I never made really significant progress. If anything, I just damaged my body more. Yes, I might learn from a lot of mistakes, but I realized that for me to seriously grow, I need to have a serious transformation. I need to think differently. I need to make decisions better. I need to act just like a guy that would be in shape. So therefore, what did I do? I invested in a coach. I invested all of my fucking money into a coach, into getting me in the shape of my life. And did we do that? As you can see from the photos, yes, we did. One of my main goals was a photo shoot. I see these guys on Instagram that a lot of people can have a lot of envy for, but for me, they kind of inspired me. I was like, right, I want to do a photo shoot like that. I want to see if I can create content that's that good. Fat James, can he do this? And wow, I never thought I possibly could, but we did. So I completely not drinking on the head. I didn't drink for 5-6 months. My mindset was unstoppable. I actually lost a lot of friends. These friends that you call beer buddies, they're just friends that just want to fuel bad habits. And I realized that when I stopped drinking, that I didn't get texts, I didn't get calls anymore. But that was a big awakening for me. And, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed this turn within my period of life. And it gave me so much confidence. And my happiness was at an all-time high. And guess what? He got himself a fucking bird because he was looking sexy as fuck. This was my holiday with my girlfriend. And yeah, we went to Mexico. Was feeling myself. Had to get a bit of a James Bond kind of picture just for the Instagram because you know what? I deserved it. I absolutely deserved it. But it doesn't stop there. As I said at the start of the video, we started making more mistakes. As I said, I got a girlfriend. So 22 years old, I started being extremely comfortable. I was taking the missus out for meals every weekend, just eating, drinking. I was starting to watch movies with her, cuddle up on the sofa, get a pizza, start having a load of beers. My bad habits were slipping back in. And I got rid of my physique coach. Because all my money was going on my missus, all my money was going out on drinking. I had no money left. My priorities were in the wrong place. So therefore, I didn't have any money left to invest in myself. So I knew that I needed to switch that around. I thought I was the main guy. When I was in shape here, I thought I was the main guy. And this is what I want to talk about as well, is that when you are in shape, you have to go out there and keep it. You have to go out there and set new goals and grow it even bigger. Because if you just celebrate your win and think you're the man and think that you're in shape now, you can relax, you are wrong. This is a lifestyle change. It's not like a quick fix. Yes, that might have been a quick fix from that to that. But if you just celebrate your win too much and go back to your old bad habits, you're going to get a fat face just like this guy did. So as you can see here, with the missus, don't know how she stayed with me, but yeah, we were looking like shit. Social life was a big priority for me. Fat face, and I stopped investing in myself. I was all the way back to square one. But as I said, we got it all fucking back, boys. We got it all back. Around 2 months later, after that photo, I remember looking at it and just thinking, yeah, the fact that I had such high standards for myself, I achieved such an incredible physique, and I let myself throw that away so quickly. That broke my heart. So I knew I needed to get it back, but I also trusted in myself to get it back as well. So we invested in another coach once again. All of my money went into my personal development, on audiobooks, on courses, on coaches, on the correct nutrition. I stopped drinking. I built up so much confidence. I religiously educated myself on training, on nutrition, and I found my purpose. And my purpose was to help lads do the exact same thing. As I said, I have gone through every single process possible. So for me to get through the other side, that was a huge thing for me. You know, I was inspired by myself, and I knew that I could inspire other people. So I set up a business, online coaching business for physique, for mindset, for personal development, and we are helping fucking tens of hundreds of lads do the exact same thing, and it's absolutely amazing to see, guys. So that was my journey. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, boys. So the title of this video, as you can see, is My Journey So Far, because I'm going to continuously setting goals for myself personally and reach the next best thing. This is how you've got to look at yourself as well, guys. So when I was here, instead of thinking I was the man, I should have thought, right, this is the new standard. I need to go and beat that now. And we've gone and beat it. And now this is my new standard. And we're going to go and beat that. I will never look worse than that now. That is my worst photo from now on. And we're going to go and win, guys. So that's the last slide as well, guys. That was a nice little transformation picture as well that I got from my coach. So yes, lads, invest in yourself. Go out there, make a change. Don't cry about it. Sit where you are right now. This was my journey. This is what I've been through as well. If you want to see more of things like this, follow my Instagram at __James Cameron __. And boys, let's get to work. You got this.